Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be watching Destiny of the Daleks. And
Yes, well done.
Thank you. And once again, I'm joined by Mr. Ben Perkins.
Hello! Hello there! This is a very chilled reaction of us watching a Doctor Who story, talking crap, basically.
Yes.
And we hope it's entertaining for you, because we thought we'd choose this story because it's not exactly high regarded, is it? It's a bit of a bummer in terms of the Tom Baker era.
We haven't seen this story in probably a good couple of years, so we thought it'd be fun to revisit it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can get into it later, but this was one of my first classics at the time. When I was a child, I thought it was quite good. Then I grew up and I saw sellotape on a Dalek, and I saw that Davros's mask didn't fit him properly, and he was just being wheeled around like a person in an old people's home, like he is now on the DVD menu. I thought, no, it's not very good, is it? But anyway, maybe we'll warm to it more. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yes, you'll have to find out as well. So, without further ado,
cheers.
Let's get on with it.
The longest running title sequence in the show. Am I right?
Yes, I think you are.
7 seasons. No, 6 seasons. Because Tom did season 18.
Tom done 7 seasons, so this will be 6 seasons.
So this is the first story of season 17. So we've just had the Key to Time spiel, which was we quite enjoyed Key to Time, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, there were some bummers, but you know, it's the same with every season. Oh yeah. I have a big problem with K9's voice in this season. It's
He's alright in this one. It's John Leeson in this one, isn't it?
No, because he's just coughing in this. He only goes.
Oh,
he goes.
he's not in it.
See. No, it's
they
that,
all seem to be fixing K9 as well.
No. Well, the writers hated him, didn't they? Because he was such a pain in the arse to get moving on set.
Yeah.
Like they just put him in the sea in the leisure hive. They're like, oh fuck it, we'll just put him in there. You can't write him, so. Oh yes.
Yes, Lala Ward also played Princess Astra, didn't she? In,
She's wearing the same outfit.
Armageddon Factor.
That's it, yeah. Right. This is a nightmare for Doctor Who lore. Like, she would have gone through about 5 regenerations doing this. This just doesn't happen. But the way she does it, I know it's quite good comedy because they do it as in like, oh, she's trying on different clothes, but the joke is she's trying on different bodies, but it just doesn't make sense because like the Doctor doesn't do that. He's never done that in the past, and they do this whole thing with Romana. It's like, it just... It doesn't make much sense. It's very strange. And she has some rather strange body she turns into as well. Didn't she come out in a bra at some point? Do I remember that correctly?
I think we'll see in a minute.
And that's the costume from Robots of Death.
Yes. Well, a different actress and different face paint.
Oh god, this is a nightmare for like Doctor Who Time Lord. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, lovely. Jameson.
That's what's important, isn't it, K9? It's what's on the inside.
I do like Tom's outfit in this season.
Yeah.
It's less... It's more casual, if you can call it that, with a 16-foot scarf or whatever it is.
So how many? That's 4 now. That's 4 generations she's just gone through.
Yeah, and one of them was about 7'2", considering Tom Baker's 6'3". Style, you know.
Exactly, that's exactly.
Randomizer, yes. Here we go. Oh, it's a quarry. That's not like Doctor Who at all.
We've arrived. What? I said we've arrived. We got there.
What's the place like?
Do you like this TARDIS set?
Breathable atmosphere.
What, interior or exterior?
Interior.
This one changes, isn't it? From like story to story, because I'm pretty sure in some of the stories the walls have been moved around and the console's been moved around.
But the look in general, because I think it's very boring. Like, because you get the '80s one, which is all flashy and lots of buttons.
From the 5 Doctors onwards, yeah.
And this one's just a bit plain. I don't know. It's better than the bloody season 14 one. Whatever the hell
The secondary TARDIS.
Oh look, rocks.
I like I like the console room itself, but the console for season 14. Well, it's just a cabinet, isn't it?
Yeah, my bedside cabinet is more interesting than that console.
You can tell when they change from film, can't you?
Yeah. I must say, the quality isn't as good on this DVD. Well, unless it's the... I don't know, I've seen other classic DVDs that look a bit better than this. Maybe because it's an older DVD, it hasn't been upscaled. But...
I reckon that's probably what it is.
Yeah. But, honestly, if Doctor Who had all been shot on film, it would have been so... It would just look so much better, wouldn't it? So I remember... It's a random story, but in The Mutants with John Pertwee, you get the beautiful shots of him like running through the forest.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing on film. Then you cut back to like the sky base, and it just looks rubbish because it's shot on videotape. Obviously, it's very jarring to go from between the two. You know.
I think watching this when I was a kid, seeing grass on Skaro, because I think I'd seen Genesis of the Daleks before this one. So seeing grass just threw me. Like, for Skaro, that's probably a little thing that no one has ever picked up on, but for me.
For a radioactive rock, it would be pretty difficult for grass to grow. Although the Thals live there, though, don't they? In the Daleks, so there must be some sort of plant life they live off of. They do have very good chemistry, like, right off the bat, because this is their first story properly.
Yes.
So obviously she was in Armageddon Factor, but they weren't Doctor Companion at that point.
They got little screen time, didn't they? But not very much in Armageddon Factor.
No, we were too busy with that bloody Cockney Time Lord. It was crap.
Hello, feet. Hello, you alright, mate?
It's like, come on. That's the worst Time Lord I think we've ever come across. He's like one of the people down the pub.
Right, mate. How you doing?
It's nice that her costume was like a female mirror of Tom's as well.
Yeah, I do like that.
And especially that they're both Time Lords and they're both... Like, I feel like, especially Romana 2, she starts to become much more like the Doctor, so it makes sense for her to have like a mirror costume of Tom.
Yeah.
Lala Ward, I think, is brilliant. I genuinely think, right, she could have made a really good female Doctor, especially when you see her... This is a terrible story, but the Horns of Nymon, because she sort of takes charge a bit in that story with the young kids, and it's very Doctor-like the way she acts. She even gets her own sonic screwdriver, didn't she?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was crap, but but it was a screwdriver. So yeah, she would have been a brilliant female Doctor, I reckon. I can't remember why they're drilling. Who's drilling? Is it the villains or the Daleks?
The Daleks. The Daleks trying to get to Davros.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, because they got buried in Genesis, didn't they? See, I watched this story before Genesis. I think I must have been about 7 when I first watched this. And it's very weird because I was watching it the wrong way around. I was seeing the aftermath of Genesis. Then I finally watched Genesis years later. And I think that made me further realise how crap this was when I watched Genesis, because that's one of the show's finest moments.
Definitely.
Not bad for the time.
What do you think of the design of the Movillain spaceship?
It's a bit... I like the way that it buries itself. It's very practical that it can sort of dig itself into the ground to sort of camouflage it a bit more, but it's a bit... It's just a silver disc, really. It's okay. Well, it looks better there.
I think it's quite inventive, the way it sort of digs itself into the planet after landing.
Yeah.
Because you don't really see many ships in Doctor Who. Alright, it does look cheap.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, but in this story, this is the best. This is probably the best looking thing.
Exactly.
Budget was buggered by this point. It is a pretty cool location, actually. This part of it is.
Yeah.
It's very barren and alien.
This more resembles Skaro from Genesis of the Daleks.
Definitely.
What's that about?
Aren't they mines? Oh, I know. I don't know. it makes it look like they did it, the villains. Oh no! It's a revelation of the Daleks all over again. The other side of that block has a statue of Tom Baker on it.
Uh-oh, the polystyrene.
Oh, so heavy.
Any sleep around here? I don't know. I can't see all of me. My extremities seem unimpaired. I'm being squashed. Can you take some?
K9 could do it. I'm sorry, how's K9 gonna lift that?
He's gonna shoot it.
Okay, right. Just imagine him with his little sucker thing coming out going,
Master!
See, this script, it says it's written by Terry Nation, but I heard it was like butchered, this script. Like, apparently hardly any of Terry Nation's ideas. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've heard, I don't know for sure, but I've heard. Yeah, apparently, I don't know. It went through a lot of rewrites, I've heard, and what's the finished product isn't really what Terry Nation wrote. The problem with, I don't think it's really Tom's fault. I think it's more the writing. This point in the series, like, the Doctor doesn't really take anything that seriously.
Yeah.
And it sort of undermines the threat. Like, we'll see later on with Davros, for example, like, the Pyramids of Mars. He's scared of Sutek and how powerful the Osirans were and everything like that. But by this point, he's just like, whatever. What a wonderful butler, he's so violent. You know, it's not very... he doesn't really sell the threat anymore by this point. Which is a shame.
Oh, there's a lot of drilling going on there.
You could see the mines there, I think. You see, there's a black object.
Okay, I missed that.
Ground. Yeah, you can actually see the bottoms of it. I don't think she's used to that scarf yet. She's like, oh, fuck. Oh no, another story where K9 is useless. I don't think they knew what to do with K9, really, did they?
No.
There's some stories where he does a lot, like Full Circle, he does a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah,
and
but
obviously The Invisible Enemy.
there's other stories as well where I think that just the locations, whatever, was just impractical for him to be used. That's why they wrote him off.
He was slow, and he was, you needed a very flat surface to move him on. Can you imagine him there? All those limestones. He is good, Tom. He just naturally has good comedic timing. I think, would you agree they're probably the campiest Doctor Who villains?
Yes. One of, definitely.
They even have pink guns. Brilliant. Oh no, a children's slide.
Maybe something along the look out, there's a hole right behind that. No, don't step. Oh no.
Yeah. I've just escaped from the Daleks, by the way. I could use your help, but no, I'm just going to go... And now we've got to watch him set up his whole pulley system, and that's just padding. Wow. God. And people say the 80s were overlit.
No, I don't understand. Why are you here on Skaro?
See, that's just jarring now, because Tom, doesn't take anything seriously. Then all of a sudden he's like, Skaro? What are you doing here on Skaro? Then, in the next episode, he's just wheeling Davros around. The tone is all over the place. They're setting up as like, oh, Skaro's dangerous. Then all of a sudden he's throwing a fucking hat on a Dalek's eye stalk. Bye-bye! It's so jarring. Just have a consistent tone. If you're going to do camp and silly, make it camp and silly all the way through. Don't put in these moments where you're supposed to take it really seriously.
If you're going to take it back in the following stories.
Yeah, exactly. He's still going.
Yeah, that took him a while.
Yeah, there we go. I love that one has a bit of the wall still stuck on his arm. It's like, do not, hang on. Now it's gone. An old classic who repeat the cliffhanger every episode.
I don't mind that. I mean, when you're watching it, obviously, like straight after another, it's a little bit like, okay.
Yeah, well, I like to binge watch stories and like I just end up skipping because I'm like, no. What's really annoying is when they go like a full 2 minutes before.
Oh
like,
yeah,
when,
that is
when they
annoying.
show like
Yeah.
stuff that happened before the cliffhanger. It's like, fuck's sake, I've seen this.
Speaking of 2 minutes before the cliffhanger, this was like
Actually,
this
yeah,
was like
yeah.
2 minutes before the cliffhanger.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I love the fact that wall was made out of the weakest material just so they could get a wooden Dalek through it. The Daleks look particularly crap in the story.
They do. I don't know why most of them are light grey. You got the one gunmetal grey one, and then the rest of them are sort of just a lighter grey.
I guess he's supposed to be the leader, the darker one, but not exactly a great visual motif. is
No.
it? So where's your leader? Oh, it's a slightly darker grey one over there. They must have the Dalek props in Genesis must have. I don't know where they ended up. Because you'd have thought they
Did
would have
some get
reused them.
stolen? I don't know if that was before
Did it?
Genesis, but I think in the early 70s, like a few of the Daleks props got stolen, and then ended up in various places around London.
Oh my god. Or some sad fans going around. Oh, I want a Dalek. That's something I do. Not really.
Very well, I don't see why they should compromise.
But the Genesis Daleks,
Our mission is directed
you know,
against the
obviously
force
they looked a
known
bit
as the
wooden,
Daleks,
Yes.
but
the race of evil autonomous
they looked more like
You know the
war
Daleks
machines, if you will, than these things.
Yeah, they looked like one-man tanks, didn't they? Rather
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
I reckon it's just the lighting, because I think Genesis of the Daleks is lit
Sellotape.
particularly well. Oh, you've just seen the first sellotape.
Yeah. There's sellotape on the Daleks.
They're attacked by a moth.
It's the Monoptera. I forgot about that voice. Because you have Roy Skelton's Dalek, and then you get the really posh Dalek. You will not remove your hand from the sensor. It's like, that's not a Dalek voice. That's a politician voice. Although, yeah, it's a bit broken off there. The slap.
Yeah.
You just know that was caused by some guy that hated his job at the BBC. He had to lug all these bloody Daleks round, and he had to put it in like a storage facility overnight. I'm like, fuck it, stupid fucking thing. I'm not frightened to about these things.
It is a shame about the well keeping of the Daleks props, because
They're just getting battered all the time. To be fair, I think this is the worst they've ever been.
yeah,
To be fair, this wouldn't have happened in the 60s because they used to be made out of metal back then. There we go, sellotape there. Look.
yeah, I can see it.
God, that's bad. Oh dear. That's the biggest bit of sellotape I've ever seen. That's massive.
I'm pretty sure that one behind him, that had like all of the bumpers were stuck on by something.
Now fuck it. Cling film. See that all of these scenes in this ship, the Doctor's really serious about the Daleks and really concerned. But later on, he's just goofing around with Davros and throwing hats on Daleks.
Yeah.
There we go. There's my coat hanger. My hat hanger. This actor was deaf in real life.
Yeah.
And that there.
By my time scale, I was taken
Was that a mistake then?
Yeah, Tom corrected him.
Since then,
Because he
I've been a prisoner of the Daleks.
he was because he's deaf, he didn't quite understand the instruction properly. He thought he was delivering that line to Tom.
Ah,
Whereas,
okay.
yeah, I heard about it. He thought he was delivering that line to Tom, but he was meant to be delivering it to the Mavillan leader.
Yes.
But to save time doing a reshoot, Tom literally just went like that to say that that's the person to talk to.
But I think that worked. I think that
Yeah,
that's,
well,
that's
probably why they
worked.
kept it in.
Yeah.
That's a great thing with certain tapes, like stuff just works. Yeah, these supporting characters are quite good, I think. They actually take their job seriously as actors. They're not just
Yeah.
hamming it up just because they're on Doctor Who, which is what most people did at the time. We'll get to it later, but they're better than those ones later that get shot. The bloke starts laughing, he's like... Oh, where did these people actually come from? I just realised. We're on Skaro. There's only 1,000 Daleks.
I think they said earlier they come from like various fleets or whatever. But I don't know how they got to Skaro.
Yeah, there's not well explained, is it?
No. Unless it is explained and we've just missed it, then please let us know.
You fell unconscious.
Please do. You notice there, Tom's very physical with him. I think it's to prompt him when to do his lines.
Okay.
So Tom's great here. He's very helpful for this man.
Backed away and fell down a shaft.
You know, he taps his back. And I reckon that's to prompt him
But the Daleks got
because the man's deaf, obviously.
I went to help her.
It sounds like a medieval film from the 60s now, that soundtrack. Good job, man! We're right at dawn. It's nice. There's a bit of continuity that they remember the radiation problem from the original Daleks.
Yeah.
There's a bit of continuity there. Oh look! See that drop of water fell on that Dalek? And it's here.
A drop of water, did it?
Yeah, it went... We have a leak! Bollocks! It's so plastic.
It really is.
It's like, what even material is that? It's like really thin plastic. I don't know. It's just a budget, isn't it, at the time? Can't really be helped. Or couldn't be helped.
But then the fact that Dalek drives through the wall at the end of part 1 just makes the sets feel even more flimsy. It's like the Dalek can just drive through a wall.
Yeah, and then it's even more stupid because the wall gets stuck on its bloody plunger. It's like, oh fuck, I'm stuck. I think that Dalek voice is the equivalent to the Mr. Blobby Cyberman voice in Attack of the Cybermen. Episode 3. They used to call him Part 3, I
I thought it was, yeah, episode up to season 8. Or no, sorry,
Season- no.
11,
Yeah.
12,
Yeah, it's 11, I reckon.
11.
Because that's when a title sequence look like this.
Yeah.
What do they call the episode now? Oh yeah. I'm going to give you loads of time to walk over to Davros to threaten you with a bomb, not just shoot you on the spot.
One false move and it goes wrong.
He's just trying not to laugh.
Was that his plan?
Yes.
Well, did he not think the Daleks might pick the bomb out of the obvious can of Coke looking bomb he had on his chair? Come on, Louie, let's go, let's go! They look like the death to the Daleks design there, don't they?
Yeah.
That angle, that lighting. Very underrated design, I think. It's funny they had that one-off design for Death of the Daleks, isn't it? They never used it again.
It is. It's sad because I don't know if it was supposed to catch on, but then obviously because they went back to the beginning of the Daleks and probably thought we'd used the one before, but I don't know.
I don't know. That's what a Dalek looks like, apparently.
Yeah.
So what, if they don't put that casing on that, it will burn the atmosphere?
Apparently.
Oh. That cliffhanger wasn't as good as the last one.
No. So, at this point in the video, we realised the camera had actually stopped recording because somebody sitting there had forgot to bring an extra SD card with them. But for now, you're going to have to watch telly snaps because somebody sitting there was an idiot. So there you go.
Ooh. Thrilling cliffhanger from last time.
It's just such a cliche hanger, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, Romana! Yeah. Oh no, one of the main characters is going to die. Oh, never mind. that's many cliffhangers in Doctor Who. think they would have killed her, considering they wanted the Doctor, not her?
Yeah.
Just an excuse not to kill the companion, I guess.
Yeah, in their first story, that'd be pretty bad.
First story is a new regeneration.
It's a new regeneration.
Are these other Daleks coming back to Starlight?
Yeah.
Again, Davros having a concept of destiny doesn't exactly match his character.
It doesn't. It does feel very strange for him to be talking about that.
He's not religious, is he?
And as you said, in Genesis of the Daleks, he's a hardcore scientist.
Exactly.
So the fact he's gone on about destiny,
He's just lost his marbles.
it's
I
just
think.
very odd.
Yeah. Talking of the Supreme Dalek like they were there, apparently in the lore of Doctor Who from somewhere, the original Supreme Dalek was the Dalek that shot Davros. And you know the one that had a monologue saying,
Yeah.
"We have been delayed, not defeated," or something.
Yeah.
Apparently that was like the first Supreme. I
Right.
don't know. I can't remember where that comes from, but apparently that's like the first Supreme Dalek, the first Dalek leader type thing.
When you are in position, and stay with
One race of robots fighting another.
Stop! Stop calling Daleks robots. It's really annoying. Ah, yes. One race of robots fighting another.
When did you first realize we were robots?
No.
With massive circuitry disturbance.
Don't they go on about rock, paper, scissors in a minute?
Oh, yeah.
We function
Yeah, there's,
perfectly.
and it goes on for ages, I remember.
Why, Doctor?
So how are we going to pad this episode? Rock, paper, scissors.
Pretty sure they get like everyone aboard the spacecraft involved.
Start playing it.
Yeah.
Ah. Even though there's Daleks, why don't we play rock, paper, scissors? Ah. Yeah, ignore the Dalek threat. Just play rock, paper, scissors for an episode. Brilliant.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
me.
Davros is saying it now.
Who wrote this? It wasn't Terry Nation. Another race of robots. Shut up! You don't understand the Daleks. Whoever wrote this, it wasn't Terry Nation. I remember why I don't like this story now. Parts 3 and 4 are dismal.
This is the main theme of the Daleks being robots.
It's not just that. Well, yeah, it's the fact that the writer, who isn't Terry Nation, didn't understand the Daleks at all. And now we're playing rock, paper, scissors for an episode. I know he's trying to get to prove a point that they're robots and that they can't think randomly, because computer programs can't truly be random. But it's just unnecessary. It's just a cobbled together script of nonsense.
Each one working perfectly.
And there's no threat. The Daleks are pathetic. Davros is crap. The Doctor's just chilling. The villains are too camp to take seriously. So everything's wrong. Poor old Romana gets nothing to do other than be a damsel. Yeah, that's a bit like Extremis. Or Extremis. You know, when they realise they're in a simulation because they can't think of random numbers.
Yeah.
That's a good episode, Extremis. It's the same sort of thing, but obviously he's done a bit crap.
Yeah, the execution is a lot better
Yes,
in Extremis than it is here.
definitely.
The conquest of the galaxy.
You've overlooked something.
Well, what's their motivation for conquest then? That's not gone into.
No, it's not.
They just want to what? They just want to. Oh, because they can.
I mean,
Right.
he may be mad, but his computer skills are almost as great as mine.
That's another thing. There's no backstory of the villains whatsoever. They're just robots that are just there.
There to fight the Daleks.
Yeah, that's it. And then they want conquest of the galaxy, just cause. That's their weakness. You just pull off that.
They have a
little-
very easy removable power pack on their waist.
I mean, there's nothing to say. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
This bit here.
I do like him. He's a
Yeah,
nice- he's a nice
it does
supporting
play
character.
quite a good supporting character.
Yeah. I feel like that villain weakness is just because the writers couldn't think of anything else to. They thought, well, what's the easiest way to get, or to clobber them or to knock them out? Oh fuck it, just put a battery pack on their waist.
Yeah, Davros has lost it. Unpack the explosives.
Yeah, which all but one Dalek are gonna wear. So all you've got left as defense is one Dalek that gets defeated by a fedora. That's literally what happens.
Can I just say as well, we are probably 5-10 minutes into this episode, and the Doctor is still playing rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, I've seen padding before, but this is just pathetic.
Paper wraps. Jelly baby.
Oh, Jelly Baby, that mixes it up a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's made it really thrilling now. God, all we're doing is playing rock, paper, scissors and wandering about the Mavillan ship. God, such thrilling entertainment. That is pathetic as a weakness. I'm going to dance my way around now until I fall over. Right.
Well done, Lamb.
You say well done, lamb, or well done, man? Well done, lamb. My name is Lamb.
Thing is, the Movellans seem to be quite easy to reprogram as well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They have a fucking battery pack on their waist and just pull off. So yeah, like I said earlier, Davros' plan is to make every Dalek, apart from one, a suicide bomb. And that Dalek's got the shakes for some reason. He must be hungover. Look at it. I mean, the story's just gone to shit by this point. It's just a non-threatening Davros with non-threatening Daleks. The Doctor and Oman are playing rock, paper, scissors.
You keep out of this. It's a personal matter, isn't it? So just mind your own business.
It's just a mess of a script.
It almost makes you wonder, did the script editor actually look at this? Or did someone just write a script, hand it in, and they just made it immediately? That is a draconian costume, you're right. One of the slaves
Yeah,
wearing a
one of them-
draconian costume.
One of them's got a fucking karate gi on from Karate Kid. Oh, that other costume, that looked like Planet of Evil.
Yes, it did.
Wow, they just recycled everything. Look at... How was that? How did you conquer... How were you even a threat to the Daleks? If someone could just come along and pull your bloody battery pack off.
To be fair, the Daleks are pretty useless in this one, so...
True. But how are they even powerful? It's like, oh no, it's a Mavillan. Oh wait, hang on. Give me that. There you go. Done. What? I will return. Yeah, this is what happens when you have one Dalek to guard you. People can just walk in.
People get it, exactly.
I'll leave. Wait, he's Southern American now. I have one more thing to do before I leave. I'm gonna blow you up.
So Davros apparently knew that the Doctor wouldn't have given the Movellans the secret to breaking the stalemate, yet he still sends his Daleks out to commit suicide.
So intelligent. To be honest, I'm not fazed by this point. This story has just lost me so much. Again, it's back to the script. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm looking for the operator in the mesh.
You can sort of see the operator, unfortunately. Also, there was 3 Daleks in that ridge going the wrong way, so that's also,
Why are they so useless in this
also
story?
unfortunate.
Rubbish. Oh hello, it's a Draconian again. It's sad that that was John Pertwee's favourite monster, and now it's just a recycled costume. Life's cruel. I told you not to have that other vodka. What did I say? You know. Romana's doing nothing again. He's just running around. Probably going to grab his waist. Not in a rude way, just grab his battery pack.
No, she's not going to bop.
Oh, hang on. Hello. Easy, girl. Easy. Steady on.
Whoa!
How weak are these things?
What a kick!
What? Either
That must
Romana,
have been some kick, or
either Romana is Kryptonian, or these are the weakest, most pathetic things ever invented. I like to think the latter, since they have a battery pack on their waist, ready to be pulled off. Oh, hello, it's Hass. The evidence is rubbish. Crap. That was. Oh, for fuck's sake! Look, here we go. All the menace is gone now. The Daleks are defeated by a hat.
to be fair though, their aim is actually better after their vision
When they're blind.
is impaired. Yeah,
Still can't hit him.
yeah, but at least they're sort of firing in the right direction.
Oh, God. There we go, that famous line. Bye bye! This is arm wrestling.
Oh.
Wait, sorry, so if you apparently if you do this, you're gonna go.
Yeah.
That's physics, isn't it? That's not work with the camera not working.
Nelly is an elephant, therefore Nelly is pink. Logical?
Can't take him serious. What? Actually, I couldn't take him seriously in the first place, but now he's in a fish tank.
Now,
really can't take it seriously.
now someone's locked him in a fridge freezer.
And they wanted you to give it back to them to get them out of that trap of logic.
It's not like they're setting him up to be broken out or anything. But thankfully, he's played by a different actor when he breaks out, which is much better. I keep recognising costumes now. Sorry, I'm so sad and I've watched so much Doctor Who, I'm recognising parts of costumes. The trousers that bloke had on there
Yeah.
were Vok Robot trousers.
Were they?
Yeah, guarantee it. If you go back and watch that, it was the like diamond shapes.
Okay.
They've cut Vok Robot trousers into shorts.
But I think they were shorts, weren't they? And then they had like really tall boot type.
That's probably it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just used the trouser, shorts part of it. This has just been spot the costume. This story, isn't it?
This
We've had
part has, definitely.
Draconians, the uniforms from Planet of Evil, and the Vok Robot shorts. What? So earlier you couldn't just shove these rocks out of the way. Now you can. Well, Romana's obviously,
Well, she just kicked
I was saying,
an arm off a robot.
She's gained a lot of strength recently. She kicked an arm off. I feel like we don't know this version of Romana yet, because this story has done nothing with her.
No.
You just force. Oh, here we go. New Romana. Oh, dear.
Right, well that was our
Rant.
reaction and rant of Destiny of the Daleks.
Things it started off brilliant.
It did. We did.
Well,
We
not
enjoyed
brilliant,
the
but-
first two parts of the story. We did enjoy.
But as soon as Davros came in, that was it. Like we said earlier, the script was so messy. Like, it's obvious it's been rewritten to death. And the writer that rewrote it clearly didn't understand the Daleks. Clearly didn't know what the hell to do with the story, because he did nothing with Romana. Considering you're introducing a new actress playing Romana, it's like if in Power of the Daleks, if Patrick Troughton was barely in it.
I do apologise for anybody that does like this story, and we have just poked holes in it for you. But
it is crap.
if you do sit down and think about the story, it is
A mess.
It is a mess.
No, it is. It's very. The writing's all over the place. They clearly don't understand the fucking Daleks or how to write television, because they just padded almost a whole episode out with bloody rock, paper, scissors. Oh yeah. Doctor Who's on tonight. Oh, the Daleks are back and everything. Oh, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors for 15 minutes. Oh, brilliant.
But I will tell you something. I think this, despite its many flaws, it is a fun run-around story. If you're looking just to sit down for, to watch a 4-part or whatever, and you don't want to think too much, or think, I'll tell you what, don't think about it at all, because as soon as you start thinking about this story, you won't enjoy it.
That's probably why I hated it. No, honestly, those last two parts really dragged for me. I think it's because I was going into too much of the logic of it. I think I'd need a few more drinks if I was going to enjoy it. Fucking hell. Although, you know, this is probably one of the worst seasons of the show, and there are much worse stories in this season. And like Louis said, if you do turn your brain off, I guess it's a fun run around, I guess, but it's very hard to take seriously, so don't try. Don't try and take it seriously. Even though the script might want you to at times, where Tom gets all serious at the start, saying, Skaro, why are you here on Skaro? No, the Daleks are dangerous. You know, but don't take that with a pinch of salt, because within the next episode, he's pushing Davros around like an old man in an elderly people's home and saying, shut up or I'll switch you off. So, what else can I say? That's the best way I can describe this mess of a script.
So, out of 10, what would you rate this, Ben?
I'm not gonna lie, I had a bad experience watching these last two parts. I'd probably give it a strong 3, because I just thought it was rubbish. Honestly, they don't. It's just so obvious this script was butchered and went through a shit ton of rewrites, and it just came out rubbish. Loads of padding. You can't take the threat seriously. Obviously, the budget is crap, but that can't be helped. But you know, the magic of classic Who is that even though the budget isn't very good, the stories are what make up for it. But if you have a crap budget and a crap story, then it's very hard to sit through. But like Louis said earlier, if you turn your brain off and just don't care, then it might be a bit of fun. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. I'll give you that. Watch Genesis of the Daleks or Remembrance of the Daleks. Those are my two favourite Dalek stories that I recommend watching. But yeah, not my cup of tea. But there you go.
Okay.
I'll leave you rate it now.
I think that's a fair point. I think, personally, because I do agree with many of the points that Ben has made, but I think because it's also just a fun little run around, I think I'm going to rate it slightly higher. I'm going to give it a 4. So just below average. Because it is a poor story. It is, you know, it's very dated. It's very cheap looking. But it is just a bit of fun. And I think if you don't take it too seriously, which many of this series you can't, then it's just an alright story. And it has the Daleks in it. So on that note, I think we'll end it here. Thank you very much for listening or watching.
Both, because we lost the camera.
We lost the camera. So whatever version you end up listening or watching to, thank you very much. And we will see you for our next one. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, why not press the like button? Alternatively, if there's something you want to add, why not leave a comment? Also, if you like what I do here and you want to stick around, or you want to be notified of any further videos I do, why not subscribe as well as turn on the notification button? You'll be doing me a favour, and you'll also be able to see all the new videos that I post in future. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.